Philadelphia, Citizens Bank Park. Saturday baseball on the show. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Well, Singy's trying to match the stellar performance by yesterday's starter. Looking forward to seeing what he's got today.
His teammate was lights out, Boog, in total command all game long. If he brings that same intensity again, these hitters are in for a long day.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set to go. And today's starting pitcher, Ranger Suarez. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Yeah, very respectable numbers last year, a sub-350 ERA. And, you know, guys like that, you may think, well, they're elite pitchers that are pitching sub-2s, they're dominating. But when you can have that kind of consistency, you know you have a chance to win the ball game every time he takes the mound. So, you know, good season last year, opportunity for him to go out there and repeat it this year, possibly even improve. But I tell you what, if this guy's pitching for me and I'm playing in the outfield, I'm loving every minute of it.
Inside, just missed.
Excellent arm action on that two-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. One out in the top of the first.
Well, he used the slow curve very effectively right there. He just spun it up to the plate and had his guy way out front. Not only a good pitch, but a really good job of setting it up.
Mookie Betts in the box now. No balls and a strike. Suarez in his 6th season, 29 years old, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. Outside low, and now it's even 1-1. Just missed. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Turns and fires to Betts. High fly ball out towards left field. Going back, reaching for it, and brings it in. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. This group was shut out their last game, so we're going to see if they can bounce back with a better effort here today.
And Boog, it can get in your head a little bit when you get shut out. You're frustrated. You're seeing that consecutive streak of innings you haven't scored, and you want to get off to a great start, score early, because if you don't, you feel like you could linger into 2 consecutive games, which no one wants to be a part of.
Shohei Ohtani stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Next offering is fouled back. Base hit, and that extends the inning.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Runner at first with 2 away. Muncy digs in. Ohtani back in.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
And that is in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Two outs. Shohei on the go. Pitches low. Real Muto throws not in time. It's a stolen base. Singy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Man at second. And that is out of play. At the belt and fires. That's off the inside corner. 2-2.
Well, the offense really struggled last night. I mean, it was awful. So I think picking up a run right here, that's going to get him going a little bit.
Got him. That ends the frame. No runs, one hit, no errors, and a man left. Phillies coming up to hit, no score. Back at Citizens Bank Park, and today's starting pitcher, Roki Sasaki.
It's a tough veteran lineup on the other side, but I'm excited to see what this rookie can do in this one.
Trey Turner at the plate. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. And a foul ball. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
That misses the zone. 1-2 to count.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count. A little bit low.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
Well, even though he strikes out, he saw a lot of pitches and he battled. Plus, it gave the guys behind him an opportunity to see more from the pitcher. Not the result he wanted, but that's still a good at bat.
Bryson Stott at the plate and takes high there. Stott with some nice production in his last game. 4 runs batted in. Next offering is down low.
I was really impressed with how he came through for the team in that last game, Boog. The all-time leader in 4 RBI games, Lou Gehrig with 101. I'm just a little further down the list, Boog, with 4.
Next offering is in for a strike. Fly ball, pretty well struck right field. That one's back. Up against the wall and brings it in. And time now for the Phillies lineup. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Here comes Bryce Harper. In there for strike 1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Throughout history, the fastball down has been the most successful pitch. Guys can handle a little bit better these days, but they, of course, still prefer something belt high.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. End of one, and we're still scoreless. And we're back. Second inning, second. And now Teoscar Hernandez. Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. And it gets by him. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
Waste no time there. This is why hitters work so hard on driving the ball gap to gap in batting practice. There's a lot of room out there. And if you can rip one into that open space, it usually means extra bases. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up a knock.
First and second, no outs. Now it's the right fielder, Andy Pajes. No hits in the shutout yesterday afternoon. And that's in there for strike one. That's a little bit low.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
1-1.
Lined into right. Dives, but it's off his glove. Castellanos whips it back in, and the go-ahead run stops at third base.
Back-to-back singles put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Tommy Edman at the plate. Golden opportunity right here. And that's in for a strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches.
Out there to center. March grabs it on the run. Fires to the plate, but it's offline. He will score. And it's 1-0.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Miguel Rojas at the plate. That one's in there. Strike one.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
And a good eye there.
0-2 count. You've got the opportunity to expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
Runners at first and second with one gone here at the top of the second. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy two. There's one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Phillies 0. Back here in Philadelphia. Bottom half of inning number 2. Now it's going to be Kyle Schwarber. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Center field. Edman going after it. Hauls it in for the out.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, Alec.
And now for the Phillies, Alec Bohm. That's a strike. 0-1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
That misses. 1-1. That one missed. One down. Phillies down a run. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That K is his third of the game. Off to a strong start, Siggy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
Here's Nicholas Castellanos. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. And now the count is even.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And misses inside. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. Rojas makes the catch, inning over. So they go quietly there. We head on down to the top of the third. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Phillies nothing. New inning getting started. Freddie Freeman will come up to hit.
Freddie Freeman.
Suarez back to work. Swing and a foul out of play. Gets a piece and stays alive. That just misses. Gonna count 1 and 2.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, He had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
I mean, there aren't many curveballs in the sport today that break like that thing does. Huge movement. It's so difficult to get on the same plane and even think about squaring it up, let alone get a piece and hope he throws something else to keep the at-bat alive.
Now it's Mookie Betts. Fly to left his first time. That one ran inside, almost got him. And it's fouled away. One out, base is empty. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock.
The batter, the designated hitter.
Runner on at first with one gone. Ohtani. And up next for Los Angeles, Shohei Ohtani. And he pumps it a strike.
You can never say enough about Ohtani. In 2023, he became the first player in AL/NL history to hit 40-plus home runs and record more than 10 wins in a season.
That's a ball.
That's inside.
1 strike.
Betts, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. That one fouled off, 2-2. That's down and in. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. A 2-run homer, his 4th home run of the season, and they add a couple more. It's 3-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
One out, base is empty. Here's Max Muncy. Hard on the ground to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
The batter, the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
2 down, base is empty. At the plate, Teoscar Hernandez doubled his first time. Just missed. Next offering is in for a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. And that's in the dirt. And it's 2-1.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Missed inside with the curve.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
On a line, base hit. So the inning is still alive with Will Smith coming to the dish.
Now batting, catcher Will.
The batter now will be Will Smith. Reached on an infield single his first time. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
Just missed. That one finds the zone. Now he's in a 1-2 hole.
2 strikes.
On the ground to third. Zips it to first. And they get the out on Smith. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show.
Come on, show me what you're working with, 'cause I got a lot.
And you can try, but you never really tank for me, 'cause I'm a soul in it.
Back here in Philadelphia as we go to the last of the third. And digging in for Philadelphia, Brandon Marsh.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Tap foul at the plate. Next pitch is outside. Late on that fastball.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Ball, that's out.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. In the air, left field. Hernandez ranging after it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Now there's one away.
Batting 8, the catcher, JT.
And now it's JT Realmuto. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. He was late there, strike 1.
When you got a catcher like this guy with a big arm like that behind the plate, it really shuts down the running game.
Hit in the air, center field. Edman in position. He makes the grab, and there are 2 outs.
Batting 9, the left fielder,
Max Kepler at the plate. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
That pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And that skips into dirt. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Edman makes the grab, and that's the inning. 9 straight retired here to start the game. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Phillies nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Andy Pages. Ball one there.
Love coming to Citizens Bank Park. Best ice cream in all of the league at the press level. It's only been around since 2004, but plenty of awesome history here already. It's the only stadium with multiple postseason no-hitters. Remember, Roy Halladay did it back in 2010, and the Houston Astros threw a combined no-no in Game 4 of the 2022 World Series.
Boom. Throws on to first, and one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man.
25, Tommy Edman.
Tommy Edman will hit next. Drove in a run with a sac fly his first time up. Edman, a former Gold Glove winner, 29 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. And that one a little below the knees. Ball one. Right through there for a strike.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
2 strikes.
Swing and a line drive ripped out into right center. That's a base hit. Around first, heading for 2. And that's a double.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
One out, runner at second. Miguel Rojas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That one's in there, 0-1. Edman, the runner at second with 1 away. And that's off the inside edge. And it's a ball and a strike. Suarez checks the runner. Edman back on a dive. The 1-1 is fouled off. Squirts away a little bit. To third, tag, got him.
Well, you want to see guys aggressive out there on the base paths, but you also want to see them smart as well in making their decisions. And right there, couldn't really tell how far away that ball was. So if that's the case, you got to shut it down. He gets caught stealing there, takes himself out of scoring position.
And that one hit to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, but they lead it 3-0. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Here's Trey Turner.
The shortstop, Trey Turner.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
That misses the zone. It's a ball and 2 strikes. There's a line drive to left field. Hernandez racing over to make the catch.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Stott in the box now as he looks at ball 1. Second plate appearance of the day for him. stop. Checks his swing. Appeal down to third. And no swing, says James Kingsley. One down, base is empty. Line drive, base hit, right center field.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Good job getting the foot down so he could catch it out front and pull it. Turned on it nicely for the knock. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Harper, the next to hit, takes outside.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Man at first, one away. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close. Late with the swing there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One out and a runner at second. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
2-2 the count.
Squirts away a little bit. Tag, save. He's into third on the wild pitch.
Well, he's got nobody to blame but himself. With 1 out, a runner on third can come home all sorts of ways now. That's why, as a pitcher, you have to execute pitches even better when there are runners on base.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
On the ground to first. Base hit and a run comes in. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still slings it to second, and he'll reach second with 1 away.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
And a breaking ball misses outside. Man at second. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. He'll touch them all. And we're level. It's 3-3.
He just sent this stadium into a frenzy. They're going nuts. Got a real hard fastball. You can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Alec Bohm now at the plate. He was a strikeout victim his first time. That's outside, and that's ball 1.
Inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
That one the other way. Takes it in for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
So digging in now for Philadelphia, Nick Castellanos. Flied out his first time. He swings and fouls one off. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. But the Phils get 2 on this blast. We're tied now with 3 apiece. Back after this on the show.
You can never be like me. Yeah, I push until I bleed. And I keep it so 100, not afraid to show my teeth.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. First pitch misses.
You know, these Dodgers, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. Just look at how the ball's coming off their bats, and tell me it's fun playing defense at this level. They've got 7 hits at 90+ miles per hour exit velocity, so you got to look alive out there.
Next offering upstairs.
We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Tapped on the ground softly to short. On the run, throw to first. Nicely done for the out.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
Here's Mookie now. And a strike.
0-1's the count. Ball, that's just out.
All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. And Mookie takes.
Inside, ball 2.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. In the air, right side. And that'll fall for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. That's one of those things where, as a hitter, you kind of feel like you were due for something like that to drop in for you, no matter how good or bad you've been swinging the bat as of late. And he just fought it off and dropped it in there perfectly.
Go ahead run on base. Here's Shohei Ohtani. He's already homered in this game. Late swing, foul to the left. Betts leads off first with 1 away.
Nope, that's a ball.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Here's a 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Look, it looked like that curveball backed up on him, and although it's a mistake, it works out really good for the pitcher. The hitter has timed it up, expects it to be to a certain spot, and it just doesn't get there.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Betts around second, headed for third. Not in time. He's safe.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
And the Phillies manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make a move. Ranger Suarez done for the day, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
Here's the new pitcher for the Phillies, Joe Ross.
41.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
2 on, 1 out. Max Muncy at the dish. 0 for 2 in this one. And that drops in for a strike.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog. If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
This one kicks away from Real Muto. Ohtani up to second, runner at third holds, so both runners are now in scoring position.
With 2 on and 1 out, you're just hoping you can get a double play ball to get yourself out of the inning, but now you've really got some work to do. Need a big strikeout here.
Next pitch misses way outside.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Swing and a ground ball. Lays out. Oh, it's off his glove. He beats the throw, and a run scores.
Boog, that's a frustrating way to fall behind in this one as the infield single drives in the run. And sometimes all you have to do is put the ball in play, and you give your teammate a chance to hurry home.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone. At worst case scenario, you deliver the sacrifice fly.
Outside. And that's ball 2.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
And foul ball.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Squirts away a little bit, and an excellent job keeping it right there. Runners are at the corners, 1 away. On the ground, 2 ball. Over to stop for 1, and that's 2. But they push across 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Phillies 3. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Brandon Mark.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
In the air out to center. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. And a quick out, number 1.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
Real Muto batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Fought off foul. Strike 3. It's a strikeout for Sasaki.
That was a tough slider right there. He couldn't get a piece of it just to try to keep the at-bat alive. And hitters will tell you that slider, when a guy's able to really tunnel the pitch where it looks like a fastball and then late has really good bite, so tough to lay off of because you've made the decision you don't want to get beat by a fastball, and then you swing and you miss. You go back to the dugout shaking your head.
Now here is Max Kepler. Misses off the plate. 1-0.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
That one outside, and that's ball 2.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0. He's put himself in a really good spot.
Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field, and it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. Inning over. Top 6, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Will Smith. Ross back to work. That one way inside. That one hit to right. One down.
The right fielder, number 44, Andy.
And next for L.A., Andy Pajes. 1 for 2. On the corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Now, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
Ground ball to Bohm. The throw to first, and that'll do it. Offense held in check there. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Phillies 3. Back here in Philadelphia, and the batter will be the shortstop, Trey Turner.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about. Not sure if he was expected for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
That to right, Pajes giving chase, and he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. And a foul ball, he stays alive. And that one missing low.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Just misses there.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
And the 2-2. Next offering misses down and away. Bryson Stott in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Stays alive. In the air, center field. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
The batter, number 5, second baseman, Bryson.
This is Bryson Stott. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Lake Trinan up and throwing. Phillips, a hard throwing right-hander, up as well. Up the middle and a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Roki Sasaki done for the afternoon, and he leaves with the lead after giving them some decent innings. We'll be back with a new pitcher in a moment. So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Alex Vesia.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
One down. Bryce Harper digs in now. First pitch, not close. And another ball. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that's off the outside edge. And the count is 3-1. Kyle Schwarber in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Fouls one away, and now 3-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Runner takes off. Swing, and he breaks his bat. Betts on the run, sent it over to first, and it beats him. What a play.
Now batting, the designated
Well, that actually works out for the hitter. If it's not a broken bat, it's hit hard enough for a double play. But with the slower roller, defense does a nice job at least getting one out of it.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Kyle Schwarber. He's already homered here in this one. Line drive. Throws across the diamond. Schwarber out of the play. That's the inning. Excellent work out of the Dodgers bullpen there. We're through 6 full. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Phillies 3. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Jordan Romano.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Romano.
Well, 1-run game. Now it's the second baseman, Miguel Rojas. Romano, a former All-Star, 31 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Orion Kirkering preparing to come on if needed. Alvarado, a lefty, warming up as well. 0-2 now as he swings through it.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
And the next pitch is way outside. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea.
No need to deviate from the slider right there. The hitter just not making the adjustment. He came at him with the breaking ball, pitch after pitch in that at bat, and evidently there was no answer for it.
Here is Freddie Freeman. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. First pitch, and he just misses.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Ball 2.
Base is empty, 1 away here in the top half of inning number 7. Next offering in there for a strike. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one just misses. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Everything came together for him. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Here's Mookie now. And there's a ball. Freeman, the base runner at first with 1 out. And it's 1-1.
1-1.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Marsh quickly gets it back in, and that forces the runner to hold on at second. 2 on with 1 away.
Back-to-back base hits. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. His 2-run homer back in the third was an important swing of the bat in this one.
Yeah, there's no doubt he helped set the tone fairly early, and certainly part of the reason why they've got the lead right now.
And fouled off. Fly ball down the line, and that drops foul.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Oh, he hit him, and
that
that got him pretty flush. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Jordan Romano will depart, and he leaves with the bases loaded, so he'll look for some help from his teammate coming in behind him.
Now pitching for the
Tanner
Phillies,
Banks taking over on the mound.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
So bases loaded with 1 away. Here's the third baseman, Max Muncy. This guy with light tower power.
Boog, this has been a good one. A really good game to this point, and huge opportunity with the bases loaded.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. The Dodgers threatening.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. And another ball.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Hernandez stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-1. Bases loaded, 2 down. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. 1 runs in, the throw home. Safe. In comes the run from second. It's 6-3. Well, he delivers in a huge spot right there.
Well, he's so dialed in. I don't think he even realizes how much pressure exists out there. Very easy swing, nice and relaxed. This is the type of approach you want to see guys take in this situation.
First and second, 2 outs. Will Smith to the plate. That's down and in. A slider missed. Check swing, called strike.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Just missed.
Outside.
Two outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Fouls one off. 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Good job at damage control right there. So 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, but 2 are left stranded. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Dodgers 6 and the Phillies 3.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Lake Trinan.
Lake Trinan.
Now the third baseman,
Leading off
Alec
for
Bohm.
the Phillies, the
The
third
Phils
baseman,
in
Alex.
striking distance, but have some work to do.
Whoa.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
Just missed.
Well, these Phillies, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat. And that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
That one catches the zone, and that is strike 2. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes, and now 1 away.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole
Now
field.
batting,
He was out in
the
front
right field.
there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little
Now
more, and his
there,
timing will be
now.
back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And now for the Phillies, Nick Castellanos. Splits the plate, and that is strike 1.
0-1's the count.
The Phillies trailing by 3 here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss.
0-2.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 1. Right through there for a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. Two outs. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia, and can't cut into that 6-3 deficit.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back,
Phillies,
and a new arm on the mound to start
Number
the 8th.
50.
Orion Kerkering.
Orion Mercury.
Andy
Leading off
Pajes
for Los
getting
Angeles,
ready to hit.
the right
1 for
fielder,
3.
44, Andy Pajes.
Ground ball right side, and that's just foul. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Kepler snags it. 1 up, 1 down.
The center fielder, number 25,
Tommy Edman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. On the ground to the left. Boom. Throws on to first. And they get Edman for the out.
Up next for the Dodgers, the second baseman.
2 outs, base is empty. Miguel Rojas will hit next. 0 for 3 with 2 ground outs and a strikeout. Close, but called a ball. And it's 1-0.
1, no strikes.
Two down, nobody on. The other way, and it stays fair. Now he'll turn for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Now
He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
So runner at second, 2 down. Here's Freddie Freeman now. And the sweeper is in for a strike. Fastball in for a strike, and the count is 0-2.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Swing and a line drive ripped right center field. This one could be trouble. The run comes in from second, and they're up by 4.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Great hands on that swing. Took the barrel right to the baseball, caught it out front, and ripped it into the gap. At that point, there's probably no question in his mind that he was going for 2. That's just a great feeling.
So man aboard, Mookie Betts steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Just off the inside edge. Two outs and 1 in scoring position. Strike on the inside corner. And that one almost hit him.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
Runner at second, 2 down, and we're in the top of the 8th. And that one is lifted in the air. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. And they'll do it again. In the dirt. Freeman stands at second with 2 gone. In the air, foul off first. Full extension, makes the catch.
We refer to third base as the hot corner, but that one was a hot one on the other side of the diamond. Nice job, quickly leaving the ground, makes the catch, and that ends the inning.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Kirby Yates.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Here comes Real Muto. Yates, multi-time All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a splitter, and he works in a slider. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And that's outside.
2 strikes.
Next offering upstairs. And that's downstairs and outside.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Ground ball left side. Throw on to Freeman. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Now batting, the left fielder, Max Kepler.
And digging in for Philadelphia, Max Kepler. Up
Ball
and
one.
in, and that is ball 1. The Phils down by 4 here the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Ball inside.
And it is 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike. That's ball 3.
3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
First base.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to
Now
think
batting,
about.
shortstop,
Man at first with 1 gone. And here's the Phillies leadoff man, Trey Turner.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Hit on the ground to short. Finds his way through, base hit. And now 2 aboard. So digging in, Bryson Stott. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only
first
one
baseman,
away.
number 3.
Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Kirby Yates out of the game, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
So a
Los
lefty
Angeles,
out of the pen, Anthony
number
Banda.
43.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Here's Bryce Harper.
Nope. 1-0.
Kepler, the runner at third. Turner on second. Stop over at first with one away. And a liner out into right center for a base hit. One run across. Another comes in to score, and it's now a 2-run game.
That's 3 singles in a row. So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
And now Kyle Schwarber steps up in a critical moment. And that one fouled off. Hard ground ball for a base stop. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single. Back to a 1-run game. It's 7-6.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
So the tying run in scoring position now. Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies. Swing and a line drive, base hit into left field. Throw comes in quickly, and the tying run forced to hold on at third with one away.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
Looks like we've got a substitution at first. Pinch running for the Phils,
Number
Johan
18.
Rojas.
Johan.
So bases all loaded up. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Nick Castellanos. 0 for 3 in this one. In the dirt. Nothing happening on the bases, though. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. And a count 1-2. Base hit, 1 run is in. The tying run is in to score, and we are starting over. Tie game here in the 8th.
Huge at bat to bring home the tying run at this point in the game. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ballgame.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Anthony Banda departs, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break. Evan Phillips will take over here.
Really tough spot to come into out of the bullpen. Bases loaded with multiple outs to get in a tight ball game. A lot can happen right here.
Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies. That one a little bit high. Ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
So they're all loaded up. And another ball.
Brooke, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Here's a 2-0. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch.
2-1.
Base hit, 1 run is in. A second scores as well, and they lead by 2.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
It'll bring up JT Realmuto. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Fouled off down the right side. Two on, 1 out. Realmuto tries to hold up, appeal to first, didn't go. That misses. 2 balls and a strike.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
2-1 now. Headed towards the corner. He dives, but he can't make the catch. Stop sign goes up at third, and the bases are loaded.
Well, patience and discipline
Now
paid
batting,
off right
the
there
lefty.
as he got into an advantage count. I don't know how he's able to
Kessler.
shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
So bases loaded with 1 away. Here's the left fielder, Max Kepler, hitting the air out to center field. Edman settles under it and makes the catch. Runner tagging from third. Play it home. He's safe. And they're up by 3.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
Trey Turner stands in for the Phillies.
That's your
He's
stop.
hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
That's a strike thanks to the sweeper. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. And that's down and away. Marsh at second. Realmuto at first. 2 out of the inning. Right through there for a strike. Swings and misses. That one ends the onslaught and the inning. So they score 7 times in the inning and have jumped ahead. Through 8 full, it's the Phillies 10 and the Dodgers 7.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the Phillies,
back, and here comes the closer,
Number
Matt
25.
Strom.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks
now
a ton.
playing third base.
Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Sosa.
Fastball for a strike.
Strom has a pretty cool hobby. Collects baseball cards of players who hit home runs off of them. I love the reason he does it. He tells people, if you hit a home run against me, you're good enough to collect.
Check swing called strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Pitch
One ball,
misses, and
two
the count
strikes.
1-2.
Talk about the right guy at the right spot. They really need a rally, and this guy is someone you can believe in to find a way to get on base.
That misses. 2-2. Goes down looking.
Boog, he was shopping at the buckle right there, the way that slider made him look. That was just nasty.
He's 2 outs away. And now Max Muncy. And fastball clips the outside corner for a strike. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. The Dodgers trailing by 3 here at the top of the 9th. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Just 1 out remaining for the Dodgers.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
Hernandez, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not.
And that's a fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. That's a double, and he's got a 4-hit day.
All over that one right there. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes. Really important at bat coming up now.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. Just missed. And it goes just foul.
Just a matter of inches from picking up an RBI base hit and maybe a double in the process. That was barely foul.
The Dodgers down to their final strike. Not close with that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got him, and that's the ball game.
All these players were able to take the lead in the bottom of the 8th and just cruise to this win, getting those final 3 outs at the top of the 9th. Excellent job of securing your home field and keeping the fans in the ball game all the way to the end. Nice W all the way around.
And your final 10-7. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.